Is your tech repair shop playing with your privacy? We brought in some selfies from our mystery models. To find out, we're loading up our laptops and phones with private info, hitting up some big chains. The level of snooping, how bad is it?
It's as bad as it gets.
Watch us, watch them with secret software. That was just minutes after she dropped the phone off.
It's surprising to see even that big of a company has that going on.
Huge invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
So, who's looking out for us?
We have to out this and let people know how appalling a practice this is.
Only on your marketplace. It's a marketplace photo shoot. We've hired 2 mystery models to pose for some sexy snaps. We're not identifying them because we don't know where these photos might end up. For now, they're going on our laptops and smartphones. Because we want to know, will our private pics get peeked when we take our devices into a tech repair store? We're heading to the University of Guelph to meet some digital detectives who will help us with our tech repair test. Hi, Professor Khan.
Hi, nice to
meet you. Meet Hassan Khan and his student cyber sleuths Angela Tran and Brandon Litt. Hassan is an associate professor in the School of Computer Science. A previous study he did found that stuff on your laptop doesn't always stay private during a repair.
Across all these different types of service providers, snooping is happening.
So what'll happen when we send our devices in? The team is giving our tech some personas with fake names and identities. On this side is Sarah, this side's Jeff. On our laptop, some of our mystery model photos are in folders with intriguing names.
There's a Tinder maybe. There's also a workout, a date fits.
And then there's nightwear.
Which is slightly more
risque.
Risky, yes.
We even put a couple of selfies right on the desktop. And Angela is adding other generic photos. You know, like this album is something you'd see in a lot of people's phones or laptops. Now it's time to load up Jeff's laptop with his selfies.
So he's kept some photos from Sarah as well.
The laptops even get some made-up financial info.
We also have a tax return for Jeff.
All to make it look like the devices belong to a real person.
We have direct deposit forms as well.
And this is all fake, right?
This is fake. Yes, we didn't want to expose anyone's personal information. But in addition to this, they've populated browsing history for some weeks on these devices.
They're creating social media accounts and emails. That looks legit.
Thank you.
But how will these digital detectives know if there's snooping going on at the repair shop? They're installing secret software.
So hidden on this computer, where no one would really know to look, we've actually hidden monitoring software we have here.
It'll record a screen capture of what's happening while our laptops and phones are in a technician's hands.
So it'll catch people opening and closing tabs or just browsing as well.
So we'll have a trail.
Absolutely.
Next, the tech team creates a problem that needs repair. They disable the Wi-Fi.
The fix for that problem does not require you to access files in any shape or form.
And the problem on the smartphones?
A couple of seconds, you might see the screen just completely glitch or flicker.
I see that flicker, right? It's really distracting. So when we go into the repair shop, there's still no reason to go through pics?
No, we expect the technician to go through settings, maybe run diagnostic utility, things of that sort, but there's absolutely no need to go through photos.
Now we're bringing in our device droppers. Hey! To marketplace staffers. Okay, laptops.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Smartphones.
I'll take that one.
They're ready to hit up some repair shops across Ontario. We're visiting big chains, Best Buy,
I just have a computer issue I'm hoping to get fixed.
And Mobile Klinik.
Hi, I'm just looking for some help with this phone.
Mid-sized chains like Canada Computers and Dr. Phone Fix. And some local shops. At the first few stores we visit, technicians don't need to keep our laptops to fix the Wi-Fi. So our tech team ups the ante with a software problem that requires us to leave the laptop at the shop. This time, they disable the USB port. Still no need to look at our photos. While we wait, we want to know just how much people depend on their devices.
Okay, how important is your phone? My entire life is on the phone. It's all my payments, it's my diary, all my contacts, all my social media.
How many photos and videos do you have on them?
Thousands.
Yeah.
When you do take your phone in to be repaired, do you give your password up?
Well, one time, yeah, I guess.
And you're comfortable with that?
Not really. I mean, cause like, I got pictures there. I'm not really trying to let nobody see that. You know, some of these people, you don't know what they do.
We're about to find out. Our results are in. You got all our devices back. Your team has been able to analyze them. The level of snooping, what are we talking about here? How bad is it?
It's as bad as it gets.
Smartphones first. We go to Mobile Klinik. They have over 150 locations across Canada. At Square One in Mississauga, the technician doesn't access our personal info. But it was another story at this location in Woodbridge. Let's take a look.
Let's do that.
Things were being captured literally second by second.
Yes, absolutely.
At the start, the technician works on trying to fix the problem with the flickering screen. But then, our first privacy violation.
What you see is them going through the picture gallery. There are other places that they could go to. They don't have to go through a person's picture gallery, but now they're opened it.
But they're going through the pictures.
They're opened the,
looking at these pictures.
yes. And they're just,
I mean, they're looking a lot at the bikini photos.
there is absolutely no reason for you to scroll through that picture gallery.
And that's not the only thing they snoop on. Check this out.
And then now you see something else. They pulled up this person's Facebook profile and they're scrolling through their Facebook profile. And again, absolutely no reason to go through somebody's Facebook profile.
Hassan, like, when I watch that, I almost feel like stopping the technician. Like, don't go there. Then the technician goes back to the photo gallery.
They've been to the gallery before, but now they go back and they've started snooping through that gallery again.
So check this out.
That's huge invasion of privacy.
Like, if that were to happen to me and all my stuff is out there and someone knows all about me now, it's a big violation.
What's running through your mind right now?
This is none of your business.
Like, who can you trust? Like, I'm not letting anyone fix my phone.
We share our findings with Mobile Klinik. They say what happened to our phone was unacceptable, and the technician has now been terminated. They're reinforcing their privacy and data security training. And they want to implement their own secret shopper program. Next up, Dr. Phone Fix. They've got 33 locations across the country. At this store in Woodbridge, the technician fixes our phone with an update, but the fix erases the secret logging software, so we don't know if they snooped or not. But at this Dr. Phone Fix location in Mississauga, snooping again.
Yes.
A technician scrolls through our pics.
There is no good reason for anyone to go through your photos, especially for this kind of repairs.
Dr. Phone Fix tells us the screen was exhibiting ghost touch, moving on its own without any action from the technician. They say it's possible the photos were inadvertently accessed as a result. But our tech team says there was no ghost touch issue with our phone. Next, link it up Dundas in Mississauga.
Okay, now we see the technician unlocking the device, and after they've unlocked the device, right off the bat, they jump to the gallery.
Pictures! That was just minutes after she dropped the phone off.
They did not run any diagnostics, anything like that. Just went to the gallery.
And what does the rest of our tech team think?
I don't have words right now.
It's just really disturbing seeing them go for the pictures right away. The fact that they just went to the gallery immediately is just, ugh.
It feels sleazy. It feels like they're trying to find something salacious that they can use for their own personal gratification.
Link It Up Dundas says they're committed to protecting customer privacy and safeguarding data, and that they're currently investigating. Any employee found in violation of their data handling policies will be disciplined. We're about to drop off our laptops. Can it get any worse?
You're gonna see more things that are gonna blow your mind.
This is your marketplace.
I have a Google Pixel 4 and the screen's flickering.
We're putting tech repair to the test.
I'm just looking for some help with my phone. It like flickers.
Revealing when we take our smartphones in for repair, our private pics are accessed at several stores. But what about our laptops? Our tech team is analyzing them too. Associate Professor Hassan Khan and his grad students Angela and Brandon are at the University of Guelph. We take our laptops to some independent shops, and these 3 stores all access our personal stuff. A technician at KWPC and Cell Repair in Kitchener looks at our private photos.
No repair done. Just went through pictures, closed the device, returned it to us.
Yeah, I mean, they did nothing except look at pictures. It's ridiculous.
KWPC and Cell Repair says they take consumer privacy very seriously. They'll be re-implementing a data privacy policy for all employees. A technician at Computer Link in Markham didn't only access some of our photos on the desktop.
Now they've literally started going through the folders on the desktop.
They also opened the resume we created with a fake home address. Computer Link says they've always prioritized data safety and security, and they may have opened a few files, but only for troubleshooting and diagnostic purposes. But experts we spoke with say there are less invasive ways to do that. At SK Computers in Brampton, a technician searches for every single photo stored on our laptop.
The technician at the top right entered star.jpg. So they just searched for anything that was JPEGs on the system, any and all photos on the entire computer.
So this is clearly snooping.
Absolutely.
SK Computers says they have stringent policies protecting customer data, and they had to search for JPEG files on the device to diagnose the problem and look for viruses. But experts tell us this was not required. The company acknowledges there are differing opinions on this, and they remain committed to customer privacy and data security. But what about one of Canada's largest tech chains, Best Buy? With 164 locations across the country, we check out 2 of them. At this location in Oakville, they tell us the repair may need to reload the operating system on our laptop. That would erase the logging software, so we don't leave it there. But at another Best Buy location in Markham,
We pulled those videos from the laptop that came off of Best Buy, and this is what we found on those videos. Okay, so what we see over here is the technician working through the device. And as the process is running in the background, in the foreground, they're spending time
looking at photos.
Looking at users' data, unfortunately. They go back and they do a couple of clicks there, and then they come back and then they start looking at the pictures again.
A technician browses through photo folders, including bikinis, date fits, nightwear. But that's not all.
But they're also pulling up this picture just to see it in more details.
A very sexy, a very intimate selfie.
Absolutely. And then after looking at it, now something happens. When you look at a picture like that, it leaves a track. Right here, they're gonna right click and they're gonna ask it to be removed from quick access. They're clearing track of it opening.
Wait a second, they are erasing their track on the laptop.
Absolutely.
So that if we get that laptop back, we don't know that they've looked at it.
Absolutely. You would have no idea that they looked at it.
But we know because the secret software captures it all.
You have to really, really be thinking through every single step of what you're doing in order to know at the very end, okay, this is what I need to hide, this is what I need to remove.
You're dropping your device at a very well-known, respected location, and then you have certain expectation that people are not going to lose your data. You're trusting them with your device.
I'm going to show you the video of what the technician did with that laptop.
And this is at Best Buy?
Yeah.
Damn, that's not good.
You can see this stuff for free on the internet. Why you have to be on people's personal devices?
Then to see them covering their tracks as well, it's just, it makes my skin crawl.
We've called in a privacy expert to ask her what she thinks of our findings.
My name is Anne Kavokian. I'm the former 3-term Privacy Commissioner of Ontario.
Do you have private info on your phone?
Everyone does. Privacy is essential. Privacy forms the foundation of our freedom. You cannot have free and open societies without a solid foundation of privacy. We have to preserve it at all costs.
We get her thoughts on what happened at Best Buy.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry, this makes me so upset. I just think it's appalling. Absolutely no right to this information.
We reach out to Best Buy about our investigation multiple times. They have no comment. Things go from bad to worse when we visit Canada Computers. It's a chain with 42 Canadian locations. We visit 2 of them, one in Markham and one in Oakville. On our first laptop, things seem okay at the start. It looks like they're actually fixing the laptop at first.
They are, yes. And while they're doing that, in the recents, they opened Sarah's picture that is right there. And again, there was absolutely no need to do that. So now after they do that, they go back and they're trying to work as well, and then they're gonna go and do some more snooping.
I mean,
they're gonna go to a pictures folder and then start scrolling through pictures.
But on our second laptop, the privacy invasions reach a whole new level.
Look how they made the icons extra large over here.
That means the technician can look through these private pictures without actually opening them and leaving evidence they snooped.
Here they're checking out pictures again.
And they access more than photos.
Now they pull up your browser and they're checking out your browser history.
What would you need browser history for?
Oh, it has nothing to do with the repair. Now let's pause here because something interesting is about to happen.
The technician fixes the USB drive, but then plugs in their own USB. And, wait for it.
And they're about to click on the pictures. So what they do here is they copied it, and then now they're going to paste it right into their USB drive.
All the photos that we put on this laptop for Sarah's profile, copied onto a USB for a stranger to have and to hold, and we have no idea what they're gonna do with it.
Copying data off the device, that's same as stealing somebody's data. This is outright wrong.
On what planet is this permissible? This is appalling. We have to put a stop to it.
Canada Computers tells us they respect their customers' personal information. After investigating, they say it was an isolated event where one technician at one location violated policy. That employee has been disciplined. In the other case, they say the steps the technician took to diagnose the issue were appropriate. Still, they've given employees a refresher course on how to protect personal info in light of Marketplace's investigation. Left to your own devices, we'll show you how to protect yourself.
In this day and age, privacy can't be an afterthought.
This is your Marketplace. We're testing privacy at tech repair stores when we get our phones and laptops fixed. Turns out technicians at many stores access our private pics, and a couple even scroll through our Facebook and browser history. Here's a final tally from our test. 4 stores didn't seem to turn on our devices, or the tracking software didn't log anything. So in total, we recorded technicians from 16 shops. 9 accessed our private data. 7 didn't snoop at all. That means more than half, 56%, looked through our stuff.
We have to put a stop to this, and we have to find a way to bring it to the public's attention, which I applaud you for doing.
What's your message to the companies involved?
Oh, get real. In this day and age, privacy can't be an afterthought. You have to be proactive, embed privacy proactively into the design of your operations in order to avoid such privacy breaches from taking place. Move on this now.
She says the federal privacy commissioner should take action too.
They should investigate immediately. There should be reprisals in place.
We asked Canada's privacy commissioner, Philippe Dufresne, for an on-camera interview, but he declines. In a statement, his office says companies shouldn't open files that are not necessary for repairing a device. And if it is necessary, they must seek your consent. Meantime, Hassan Khan has some tips on how you can protect yourself when you go in for a repair.
Make sure all the personal files are encrypted on that device with a secure password, and do not give that password to the repair service provider.
But he says if you aren't tech savvy, or if your device breaks before you can encrypt it, ask a technician to fix your device right in front of you.
In that case, sure, it costs you more time, but then you could make sure that the repair service provider is doing only the things that are needed to get your device repaired.